I'm Andrew Jenkinson, the Caravan Expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel. Well, if you're in the market for buying a used tourer, and at the moment it seems every man and his dog is, because this is now just after the lockdown, things are slowly returning to normal, the caravan dealers are opening, and the thing what's happening is people are actually snapping tourers up. And I'm not surprised, because people don't want to go abroad, they don't want to move, they want to stay safe, and what better way than have a touring caravan. Now that's great news, because people are going to hopefully buy a touring caravan for the first time and stick with it and upgrade to a new model and get really hooked on the job, if you forgive the pun. Now I'm at Leisure Sales Caravans here in Cheshire, and it's a lovely setting. It's set in the countryside, so it's an ideal place to view tourers. And I've been looking up and down here for some used caravans. Now the thing is, I'm looking for family tourers, and I reckon family tourers are going to be very hard to find in the next few weeks, because there's going to be some big high demand. Now I found a 5-berth here, Compass Venture, which was actually made for the Discovery Group. Do you remember them, anybody? Well, the Discovery Group basically took over several dealers and the whole thing collapsed. But they did some dealer specials in their short time they were in the caravan industry, and this was one of them. And this is basically an Eldest Explorer, but with a Compass badge on, and called the Venture. So I'm going to look at this 5-berth. It's priced at 8,795, which is about a price that people are starting to look from, 8 to about 13,000 for the first tourer. And that is enough, I think, to spend to make sure you do like the lifestyle, because of course it's like everything, and everybody does. So I want to just sort of take you around this and tell you things what to look for, and if you're buying a first touring caravan. Now, as I say, I'd always recommend coming to a dealer's, there's no doubt about it, because a dealer, you have got some comeback, they'll show you how it all works, and they'll lead you through it, and also find out if your car can tow the caravan. So you need to set yourself a budget, set yourself the towing limit for your car, so you're not wasting your time looking at caravans that are far too big and heavy for what you need or can tow, and start looking. So I'm going to take you around this Compass Venture and see what you think, and we'll see if it's worth the price tag on the window. Right, obviously the first thing to is look for any exterior damage. That's with this obviously being aluminium size, a lot of them now GRP, look for any dents and really sort of nasty dents that are going to be hard to repair. Also, because this was a dealer special, it had a few extras on it, and one of these was the barbecue point, so that's a real nice little extra to have. Also, alloy wheels were put on too. Here is your battery box, and also for your mains inlet socket. The only problem with it being on this side is that the mains inlet socket will have to go round through the awning, but if that doesn't bother you too much, it's not a big concern. Let's go and have a quick look round the back. Well, best thing to look at, of course, is if the lights have been damaged at all, because if these are about £30 odd to repair to get a new lighting. Things like body mouldings on second-hand tourers, again, you need to check that these are intact, because to try and find a replacement one can be hard work. What I do like about the Compass is that these good sturdy grab handles, and again, check those to make sure that they are, as they should be, sturdy. Remember, this is based on the Eldest Explorer, as I mentioned earlier. Now, all the service points, apart from the mains inlet, are on this side, and that includes your filler up for your toilet, and also your emptying point for your cassette loo. On this there's no toilet window at all. That's because it was an entry-level Tourer, so they didn't fit one. That was a bit of a cost-saving exercise, but there is a large roof vent in there. The alloys look in very good condition, they're not scuffed, so obviously it's been quite well cared for. The tyres look good, always check that. And as you come back round the front here, you've got your things for your Truma heater, your water inlet here, everything. Sometimes these can break, but they're easily repaired. And with the Compass Stroke Eldest, they used to use a GRP front on these. Now the trouble with GRP is, although it's stronger, it does fade quicker than what they tend to use now, which is ABS, which is a plastic one. But they are stronger. Again, check for any cracking, dulling. If it's dulled, it can be brought up, but it'll never look like factory fresh. Check that windows are okay, there's no cracks or anything like that, or the double glazing is coming away on the inside. Also, the decals, that they're still in one piece and they're not peeling, because getting those replaced can sometimes prove a little bit tricky. The gas bottle locker here, that all fits in nice and neat. It's tight in its aperture there, so it's never been sprained or etc. With this you get the Windhoff hitch stabiliser by BPW, which is as good as the Alco AKS one. And basically everything looks pretty tidy on this Tourer, but you really do need to look around and really do check that everything is as it should be. Now on this there's no TV aerial fitted as standard on the Eldest Explorers, but I should have say, actually I'll re-say that because they were fitted standard on the Explorers, and there's a status TV aerial fitted as standard on this, so scrub that a little bit. Let's go inside and see if it's been as carefully looked inside as it has been on the outside. Remember, this is a 2010 model, so it's 10 years old. So it's been out in the weather for 10 years and it's had some usage. So if it's been used as a proper family van, well, there's got to have some little minor scuffs and knocks in there, surely. Well, let's go and have a look. Well, inside, this is really pleasant because actually, this van has been looked after by its previous owners. The upholstery is clean, it's unmarked, and it's still got quite a lot of support still in it too. The scatter cushions, there's even a radio CD fitted in it, because that was a standard kit then on this special. There's lots of storage locker space up here. There's obviously fire screens. You've got a big long piece window here. Again, check these corners, check anything that may look like there's damp coming in. Now these two settees here can be used as two single beds, or you can pull out the slats and they pull out. I'm saying they're going to pull out. They don't want to pull out, that's it. Basically, that fills in the gap, your cushions come down, and that's your double bed. You've got a decent sized double bed there. Plus the way you've got your fold out table here. You've got a standard freestanding table to go here, which is stored in the wardrobe area. You've got some good drawers. It's got all the Caravan documents. That's another thing. If you're buying second hand, try and get everything you can. All the documents, service records. That'll give you a good indication how this Caravan's been looked after. Now, there is a carpet on this floor. It's a strip carpet. It's a loose fit carpet, but obviously the dealers have taken it up with people coming in and out. Also, remember that if there's 4 of you, or 5 of you, as this is made for 5 berth, there's plenty of room to get around it. And on this, there's no doubt about it. There's good lighting. There's a mini high-key roof vent up the top here. So, at the end of the day, plenty of light, this big window, and ventilation. Let's have a look at that kitchen. Well, the kitchen comes with a 3-burner hob. It also comes with a stainless steel sink and drainer. It's got hot and cold water. And also, for your worktop, you've got these nice good glass covers that come down. Got a good little window here, and a storage. Now there's no microwave oven in here at all, but there's obviously a fridge freezer, which is decent size for 5 of you on a weekend. Storage here for your knives and forks, etc. And you've got an oven and grill, and it's spark ignition too. Now, I'm just looking at this, the burns on it. They don't look too bad. They don't look like they've been used very much at all. In fact, if this van has been used quite over its 10 years, it's been very well looked after. So just check for things like if it's an enamel sink, for scratches, etc. If it's an enamel hob, look out for burn marks and also rusting sometimes on them. So the kitchen here is good, it's good size. You also get that extra bit of worktop, folds up and down, so that's very handy, and it does what it needs to do. So check that it's up to what you require. If you want a microwave, you can always buy one separately. They're cheap enough to buy, and you can always put it on the table at the back to use. Now you have to forgive me because it's so hot. It's about 30 degrees out there, so it is rather hot. Now I'm going to take you through just to the back end here, and this is ideal for the kids, but also it's ideal for couples, this van. I'll tell you in a minute why. Right, we're in this rear end now, and what you notice is four people could sit in here in the back quite easily. There's a clip-on table here. Now this would make into a double bed, again using the same slatted system, but also at the back end here you've got an extra bunk. Now those bunks are only suitable for small children, so any teenagers, forget it, because they're not designed for that. But the thing is about this layout, and what a lot of people overlook this, is that actually it's ideal for a couple, because this end could actually be made and left as a double bed. And the good thing of course is, if should you have visitors, you can always put it back to a dinette again. So this double dinette layout, although it's great for families, it's also a good couples van too. It makes it a little bit more versatile. Now looking around here, again the seating's good, there's no spillage on here, the windows are fine, there's no scratches, there's no cracks. These are things to look at. The storage above me here with the lockers, there's also LED spot lamp been put in there, and the main lights in there, and also a roof vent. And also I'm not sure if there's a main socket down this end or not, maybe not. But again, something that can be fitted in without too much of a problem. Right, everything's looking good, clean bill of health for this van, and this is what you must do. If you need to take a piece of paper and make notes as you go through a used van, do it, so that you can always remember when you go out, and take a few photographs with your phone, so you can sort of take, and it brings back memories of what needs to be done, or if there's something looking a bit dodgy, you can always ask the dealer to look at repairing it before it goes out, which I'm sure they would do. I'll take you quickly into the bathroom, and although again it's a basic Tourer, you have got a shower in here, so follow me through. Well, as I said, this is quite a basic Tourer, but you do get a shower here, and you also get a cassette loo. Of course it's a swivel loo, but it is a manual pump on the toilet flush. You get a corner sink, and also you get some storage just there, above there. You just see the microphone, and a decent sized mirror, and you do get a roof vent of course, plus as well someone's fitted that in as an extra. It's pretty functional, it's fairly basic, but to be quite honest I would be using the site's facilities rather than this. It's great for young children, great for an emergency, but if you want a decent washroom, you are looking at an washroom Tourer. Well, let's start with the cushions. These are for the back here, and also the cushions to the bunk. It's decent enough size wardrobe. There's blown air heating on a dual fuel Truma heater, so gas or electric. There's a handy little storage cupboard beneath, and also that freestanding table. Oops. That's troublesome that sometimes they do stick. Is stored in there, and of course you can put a bit extra storage in there too. Oops. Now all in all, this is a very nice little Tourer, and to be quite honest, at 8,795 it's pretty good value. So a quick summary. Well, great kitchen, basic equipment, no microwave, but we said about that before. You go get one. This Endanette is great for the kids, but also for a couple. This is a great tourer. This is a great layout. It's a lightweight tourer, so you won't need a big car to tow it, and it is in generally very good condition. But my advice is get a look around, make sure you do find what you're after. And I'll tell you something now, at this moment, at the time I do this video, is the problem is there's a lot of used tourers zooming off the forecourts, because everybody wants a touring caravan for 2020 and beyond. And while that's great, it means that you may be a little bit stuck guessing exactly what you want, unless you're buying new. And having said that, even some of the new stock has now been depleted. So caravanning is hot, and with a tourer such as this, I don't think you can go far wrong. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.